Next thing I knew is I was coming down the stairs. I was already like, dah geli.
Creepy lah.
Now feels so creepy. From the pantry, Jaja, kami di situ. I was like, that's it.
Hi guys, welcome back to a new episode of Small Talks with me, Sarah, and today we have a very special guest. Drum roll, Jaja! Jaja, thank you so much for being here on very short notice.
No problem.
Can you introduce yourself, Jaja, to our audience?
Okay, I'm actually Sharifah. I'm not going to give you my full name. It's mouthful. Mouth dry, but you can call me Jaja. A reporter in Sarawak Tribune.
Okay, Jaja, you are a proud mother of two or one cats all?
Ay, two cats.
Two cats.
No, one cat.
Yalah,
just one cat. Because my other one just died.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Tua kah?
12 years.
Oh, very old.
Yeah, even this one that I have left is 12 years.
Sama umur.
Okay. Adik-beradik.
Ya bola apa namanya tek lupa
Sassy.
Sassy.
Yeah.
So what is it like looking after Sassy? Mun tak kerja, siapa jaganya? Nya jaga impun.
She takes care of herself, but I have a Sassy spy cam.
Oh, you do?
I do. I have a Sassy spy cam.
What do you usually catch her on?
Most of the time she's sleeping.
She's sleeping
Yeah,
lah.
yeah.
So she's not very active, would you say?
Very active. Still thinks she's a kitten.
But she's 12.
But she's 12.
Isn't that all of us?
Well, young at heart.
Yes. Okay, lama. Oh, so you really like cats then?
Yeah.
Any plans to add on addition to the cat family?
Hopefully in the future, because I've heard rumors about the Belanjawan 2025.
Yes.
So hopefully that will work out. So, who knows? I also get some money from there.
Okay, so today's episode is actually very, very unplanned because we had something in the office and Jaja came around and then guys, aku ada cerita. So before we get into Jaja pun cerita, we'll take a short break. And we're back. Okay, so before we move on to the second segment, Jaja has been following Small Talks for quite a bit now, and I think the particular episode that stuck with her is our paranormal activities one. I think that's episode 3, right, Unji? Okay, episode 3. So Jaja, what do you think of that episode before we move to your personal stories?
I actually enjoyed it. And I'm like, whoa, these people banyak cerita je si Datuk Duhal, So when I heard it, I was like, oh, I've got stories to share as well. I mean, I like the paranormal.
You do?
I do.
So you believe in them?
I do believe in them, but I'm a scaredy cat.
Oh yeah, I'm a scaredy cat too, of course.
So, I mean, it's nice to share those kind of stories because sometimes it's actually quite funny.
Yes.
It's actually quite funny.
So have you had personal experience or you heard it from your friends, your family?
Personal experiences, heard stories, a lot of them.
So maybe you can start off with the ones yang you could remember it was the first or the earliest yang you've encountered or experienced.
I can tell you a favorite.
A favorite?
Yeah, I've got a favorite. Okay. Weird as it sounds, I've got a favorite.
Okay, tell us your favorite scary story that you experienced.
Before I joined the Sarawak Tribune, I was actually working with a political service center.
Okay. Is that in KL?
It was in Kuching.
Oh, in Kuching.
It was in Kuching. So, we were in the office. We were in the office by ourselves, and it was a Friday. So I was in my room, minding my own business, la-di-da-di-da, listening to music and whatnot. Then I heard snoring coming from the back.
Okay, snoring bunyi
yang berkuruh tidur lah.
Okay.
So people sleeping. And then I thought it was my uncle. Bukan nak buka aib, but I thought it was my uncle. So I asked the girl in front, I asked, is my uncle at the back? She was like, I'm not sure. Never mind lah, let him sleep lah, because it was break time. So we just let him sleep. I think within 5 to 10 minutes later, he came in and said, hello. And then we were like, when did you go out? And he was like, I went out at 11, now already 2 o'clock, I come back to work lah.
So, niya tengah hari retak lah.
Tengah hari retak.
Okay.
So, I was like, then who is at the back there sleeping, snoring? We hear people snoring. He's like, saya dah orang belakangnya. So, of course lah.
Ngomong bulu kan?
Memang bulu lah.
Oh.
So, nang itok lah. That evening, we heard the door opening and closing by itself. Our cue to go home lah. The thing memang marah lah because I accused my uncle of tidur. But that office memang very
keras kah?
Very keras, very ngutik. So we called in like some ustad to come in. He said ada 7 ekor. Yeah, he said ada 7 ekor. Tapi they said kacau. It's just that they are just mischievous.
Usually it's always like that. Dia say kacau tapi yalah munya dah main-main bunyi.
Yeah, exactly.
Entak pintu.
Oh yeah.
Dia say kacau ya. That is quite scary.
It's actually quite creepy. Another experience of mine was when I was working with a motorcycle company.
Okay. Is that in Kuching also?
Also in Kuching.
Keras juga Kuching oh.
Kuching nang keras. Quite funny. So, we left for the evening. Wait, no, sorry, my bad. I OT, rajin lah.
Oh, kerja malam lah.
Kerja malam. So, because that week was a hectic week. Biasalah auditing coming in, whatnot. So, I thought, see the accounts are upstairs. Like lah, mula kerja happy also lah as usual. But I didn't play my music that night.
So, you kerja sunyi sepi lah.
Sunyi sepi lah because thinking I want to hear my colleagues coming downstairs. Say, we're leaving,
Oh.
So that night, Chun also the factory people, they also did OT.
Okay. Bukan you seorang lah.
Bukan I seorang lah. But downstairs, it was just me alone.
Okay.
Being downstairs alone, my door was wide open. I heard, Jaja, naik lo.
Someone called you.
So someone called me. So I went up. I was like, okay, I'm coming. Bunyi macam suara one of my colleagues. So I knew it was her voice. So when I went up, pahal petang peti atas tu. Okay, I thought I heard my voice. I heard somebody calling for my name and I know that voice. Next thing I knew as I was coming down the stairs, I was already like, dah geli.
Creepy lah.
Now feel so creepy. From the pantry, Jaja, kami di situ. I was like, that's it. I'm going to my room.
Kali gitnya nunggah you.
Ya, nunggah hagit sekali. Nang Jaja nya nunggah.
So, dari nya nunggah you naik atas. And then now, nya
coming
pergi ke
down
pantry.
So, I was like, that's it. I'm packing my things. I'm going to into the kilang siya. Lepak dengan sidak siya.
At least ada orang.
Ada orang siya. So, when I went there, they say, pucat na muka kita. And then, I was like, mek dengar ada orang nunggah nama kami. So, they said, si heran, lam office ya, nang ada isi. Nang ada isi.
Scary
But so far here, no experience yet lah.
In our office, tak dah lah so far.
So far, tak dah.
Okay, maybe kami can share one story yang kami didn't get to share during that episode. So, where I live, right, this one lorong, last time there used to be this one house. It was abandoned for over, I think, 12 tahun juga. Because I remember when I was small, there was someone living there. But when we left to go pursue our studies in the UK, the house was left abandoned. So only just recently, I think about 2 years back, the house was bought over by this newlywed couple. And the wife was expecting lah. So the house nang usang. Last time, at one point, they used to hire a security guard to look after the house. But kesian, the nenek only stayed outside of the house. Ni dalam rumah lah. So, I'm not sure what happened to that old nenek, but the house was left empty from that on lah for quite a long time. I think 12 tahun juga because I don't think I should tell lah why the house was left abandoned. But basically, the moment when they started looking for buyers and people were coming in lah, and then that one couple wanted to buy it. So, when I think the deal went through and all that, and then that's when they started, the owner, former owner, started to clear out the house. I would say that I'm a bit sensitive in a sense na. Mun bapa I tebang pokok ka, ada pokok kena tebang kan untuk tempat diam sidaknya.
Yes,
so sometimes it's either I get dreams or I get random bruises on my thighs.
Okay.
I don't know lah kena, bukan aku yang tebang, aku juga kena.
You kena tempias.
Yeah, so basically after that, they start clearing out the house na. There was this one particular night, I remember it so clearly because in my dream na, there was this nangantu lah agak I in my dream. Nya was telling me, boleh si padah ngan si daong tok ibu ambil rumah kami. Nya padah ngan I jam ya. And it was really creepy because I'm like, I don't want to get involved. And then, that thing was like talking to me in my dream, saying that, you know, if they were to be evacuated out, they have nowhere else to live. So they even had the cheek to ask me, boleh si kami orang numpang rumah kita?
Okay, that is creepy.
That is very
that
creepy.
Is so creepy.
Dia nanya, boleh si numpang rumah kami? And I remember in my dream, I nang bada, no. Si boleh. Because kan sometimes that kind of thing, they come to you in your dream. And if you say yes, they take it, they will come to your house and numpang rumah you. So that was one of the dreams that I had to do with that house. Because rumah ya nak, okay, this is my house, this is a neighbor, and this is the empty house.
Oh, so it's just one house away.
Yes, one house away from my house. So it was really creepy yang agak me in my mimpi. And I remember the next, in that dream juga nak, I saw the house, dekat the window ya nak, there was like like a woman with nyapun kids standing by the window, you know, while the husband came and talked to me to ask for my permission if they could numpang ke rumah I.
But it's kind of cute that they actually nanya permission. But it's still creepy, but it's kind of cute.
It's creepy because, yalah kan, you know, like when it comes to dreams like this, kada orang madah saka nak,
yes.
Kan they will come to you whether it's like, you're receiving a baby, you should say no or you don't take it, ba.
Yeah.
So the next morning, I told my dad, my dad's, nasib baik you said no. Because if I said yes in my dream memang it would completely be a different story. So I think that's quite creepy lah for me. Because dalam rumah I, it was me, my dad, my mom, and my sister. Nak tiga, saya dah kacau pun, saya dah pun kena agak mimpi. Just me. So I think it's quite scary lah. I mean, I don't think it means any harm. I mean, I understand also kan selalunya dalam Islam if you leave your house for 40 minutes already you got something
yes.
So this is a house that was left for more than 10 years So memang rumahnya sialah, cuma now that the property was bought over, of course the new owner wants to come in. I don't know what's the story datnya bersih rumah ya ke apa. But I went to their house during Raya. Very pretty dah diaturnya apa semua. But I don't know the mystical side of it lah. I don't think they want to treat out.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I think that's one of the scary things that I've experienced that I didn't get to talk in that previous episode. So yeah, we're going to take a short break before Jaja gives us some more stories. And we're back. So we've heard two stories from Jaja, and I think she's saving the best for the last, or maybe this is the second last. Jaja, the third story.
Third story. What's my third story? Oh, this one is in the current house I'm living in. But this one is from my niece's punya account lah.
Oh, so you didn't experience yourself
this
lah?
This one I didn't experience. Tapi in that house is big.
Okay.
And it's actually kind of empty, and also we are quite isolated.
Okay.
So it's kind of creepy, especially at night. It gets a bit creepy lah.
How old are your nieces?
My niece, she's 16 this year.
She's 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that girl is so brave. I tell you, she's braver than me. It's amazing that she's braver than me.
So apa the experience yang di rumah kita?
Tengah hari retak juga, pukul 2 petang, no wind, no storm, no rain, nothing. So because the house on the first floor, ada like stairs to go to the attic.
Okay.
And in the attic was simpan like heater, water pump, apa yang all the storage is
utility
all up there.
lah.
All the utilities up there,
yes.
And then we keep it as we have some storage up there as well. So dolok pintu we did not put any latch, so the thing is free to buka tutup. So there was this one afternoon, my niece was like, she messaged me. I think I was out on an assignment.
Okay.
And then she messaged me and she said, Ibu, she said, the door is doing funny things.
Funny things.
And I was like, why? Well, what kind of funny things? It's not raining here, she said. There's no wind. It's not cold in the house, she said. But the door opened and closed by itself. She was alone. And this girl loves horror movies.
Didn't tell me she went and go and...
No, she didn't.
Okay.
She said, I'm not that silly, she said.
I thought she would have went and explored.
I tell you, if she had, I would have just
Scolded her.
Tell her of don't do anything stupid. So then I said, so what, how did you react to it? She was like, meh, she said. So when she said that, I'm like, alamak, this girl braver than me lah.
Oh.
And you know, I absolutely hate it in that house. The one thing I absolutely hate is when my cats are staring into blank spaces.
Oh yes, cats are scary that way.
Oh my goodness, you know when Sassy does it, when she's like staring into the I don't know, into the abyss or something, I'm like, hey, what are you looking at? Hey, what are you looking at? And then she'll be like,
Pandai tangganya. But if I was thinking, cats can see those things, right?
Right, exactly. Even like babies.
Of course, babies.
I had my niece coming for the weekend.
She's small?
Yeah, she's about a year and a half.
Okay.
So when she came, out of the blues, bye-bye. Si tahu apa di bye-bye niya?
Sini niya bye-bye?
Just in the house. As she walked by, because we just said, come, let's go. We go to the kitchen.
Oh.
And then she'll be like, bye-bye. Si tahu apa di bye-bye niya?
That's scary.
That is creepy. But
cats and babies though, they are yala because they're masih young and
they can see.
They can
see. But when Sassy does it, oh my goodness.
Tapi niya si nangis siapa lah your small niece ya?
Si nangis. All she does is bye-bye. Or maybe hi.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just hi and bye-bye.
That's scary. Tapi I know that babies, kids in general, they're very innocent. The eyes are still open, so they can see.
They can see.
Because if I'm not mistaken, that's one of the petua lah. If you want to buy a house, you bring a kid to go and check it out. Yeah. If the kids are scared, that means bad juju. Don't
go into the house.
Don't go into that house. But I think your little niece masih hi bye si nangis si apa. That means it's not okay. It's okay lah. It's not a malicious spirit. I say. Okay. Scary. Oh, your house?
Not scary. I mean, have you been?
No, I haven't. I haven't been.
It's huge, but very, very, very creepy, especially at night because it's just so quiet. And then also the area pun very quiet.
Oh, so. At night, belum ada counters like you. But because I understand you stay up quite late, right?
Yes, I do. But from my understanding, my stepbrother did mention that his room is quite keras.
Oh, what happened?
Because he said that sometimes at night he will hear people knocking on the window. So I tell him, Allah, never mind lah. Maybe it's bats, you know. He said, takkan lah kelawar buat macam tu. I'm like, alamak. I'm trying to make myself feel good.
Oh, it's scary.
Very scary.
Any other stories?
The best one lah. This is the best.
Okay.
But I have to cover up sikit lah.
Boleh.
There is this historical building in Sarawak.
Yes.
Very significant for all Sarawakians.
Yes.
Memang super duper keras because it's like over 100 years old. So from my understanding, from the people who worked there, said there is this huge tree in the compound of this place.
Okay.
So the person who used to stay there, Dolok Lamak Mare,
okay,
he will always fall ill every time he stays in that house, in that place. It's actually a house. So he will always fall ill, but if he goes back to his own home,
he's okay.
And in one of the rooms, I've been in that room. That room memang
spooky lah.
Spooky, gives me the chills every time I walk in it. It feels like something's walking by me, but there's nothing. So nya rasa seram sejok in that room. But from my understanding, from the people who used to work there, nya madah that the wife of this man,
okay,
pernah kena tulak by a spirit.
Benar.
Yeah.
Kasar je
Quite kasar. This one is quite bad lah, but according to them also, it's not just Siko. There's plenty of them there, including the original owner, niece and anak.
And this is the house you're currently staying at?
No. This one is a historical building.
It's the building.
Yeah, everybody knows this building. I'm not going to say where, but everybody knows this building.
Oh, very scary.
Very scary. But they've even called a pawang from Indonesia. So the guy came and the thing actually said, don't halau us out. Our house is here. Pokok mangga nak besar yate.
I think that's why every time bapak tebang pokok, kajian tebang pokok, memang rumah sidak bah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, very scary.
Very scary. Even Bako, honestly, Bako is scary as heck as well.
What's that?
Going up to Bako, there is a roundabout.
Okay.
People believe they hear motorcycle. Nya macam karak highway pun cerita also. Tapi they hear motorcycle, but when they look into the rearview mirror, there's nothing behind them.
Oh, very scary.
Creepy.
Any other story, Jaja?
Plenty actually, but cannot all be shared here.
One more.
One more?
Yes.
This one is from what people told me lah. When you drive in front of Norma.
Near my house.
Yeah, near your house.
Near my house.
So when you drive in front of Norma, especially at night and when it's raining, some people, the reason why some people get involved in accidents there is because they see stones flying at them.
Oh, really?
That's what they say. They say lah. Me so far, so good lah. Touch wood.
Touch wood. Ne wood kita
on the floor aja. So that's what they say lah. That's why that place is like accident prone.
Yeah, tempatnya actually a lot of accidents because I lived in my house since I was 7 tak sih. So every time it's within a year mesti ada 2-3 get case.
At least ada. Because dekat area, if you guys know, if you're from Kuching, now they have a lot of big trees. Yes.
Really, really big trees, and I'm guessing it's like over 100 years old.
Yes.
So I don't know, nya macam quite accident.
Lah,
yes, I think so. Tempatnya diam bah. Mesti kena nya one kind yang suka bertenggek, ya. So yeah, it's very scary.
It is.
But do you think that they are just sharing this world with us?
I believe that.
You believe that?
And also I believe they do have their own stories as well. Who knows, they're like, oh, we want to coexist with you guys.
I don't want to find out. Do you want to find out?
I'm curious, but with a scaredy cat like me, I don't want to know the full story.
You're a scaredy cat, but do you like watching horror movies?
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
I don't. Honestly, I like watching the Japanese ones, so I can turn off the volume.
Oh.
I just read the subtitles.
For me, the sound is not scary. I don't like jump scares.
Oh, jump scares are the worst.
Jump scares are the worst. Because for me, that one is the one yang make my heart go pitter-patter a bit.
No, ada heart attack.
Nah, but out of all of the movies I've watched so far, I think Indonesians one are quite scary.
Oh, those are creepy.
Yes, yeah, very scary for me. And then, did you watch KKN di Desa Penari?
I've heard about it.
That one is quite scary because it's based on true story. Every time a horror story is based on a true story, confirm scary, guys.
No way. I wouldn't want to go near it. Even with a long 10-foot stick, no way. I'm not going near it.
But I didn't find it was scary in a sense. Tapi hantunya kacak bah. Faham sih? It's usually hantu yang jadi muka baru. It really stuck in your head for a good day or two. So I didn't find it scary, but because I watched that movie during Raya this year, the second installment. Then after that, I went to Bali bah. So for me, it was okay. Cuma, you know lah what Bali is like, quite keras. Can be quite keras because tidaknya masih puja memuja and all that. I was okay, but my husband, malam ada dia teringat because dia takut and dia teringat because we stayed in a private villa with a pool bah. So he kept thinking of the pool as the place where the dancers mandi bah. So I'm like, you think too much, man.
No way.
So before we end today's podcast, Jaja, do you have any word of advice for those who, may or may not encounter in person, whether it's just in terms of gangguan bunyi or kena tunggah Jaja?
Oh God, that one. What I tell myself, okay lah, janji aku sik ngaco kau.
Yes.
Kau jangan kacau kacau aku. So honestly, right, before I go into a building, and I know I'm alone, I said, ibu kacau aku ah. I bring salam first, then I say, ibu kacau aku.
Of course.
So that's the thing that I go by lah.
Sometimes it's like that. I mean, like if we go check in dekat hotel lah, you notice it. For me lah, my go-to practice is that I will either knock on the door or I ring the doorbell. Just in case there's someone in there. And then kita numpang ba. And maybe it's their home.
True.
It's us who are guests, so we have to be respectful.
Have to be mindful of them as well.
Have to be mindful of them as well. Because these are the things that we cannot see with our eyes.
True.
So yeah, guys, don't forget to stay tuned. And I would like to say thank you so much to Jaja for coming in today. Very impromptu. And thank you so much for supporting our podcast.
Oh my goodness, I enjoyed so much.
So for those of you who have not followed us yet, be sure to be our #1 fan like Jaja. And thank you so much for watching this week's episode. We'll see you next week. Bye.